Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. And if you hop into the shop in Hearthstone right now, you might note there are a lot of bundles in there right now. A bunch just got added today or yesterday as you're watching it. And I got asked a lot, are they worth your money or your Runestones? We'll talk about that in a second. You have to get Runestones for all of them, so that might be a no-go for a lot of you, and I understand, and I'll go over that point of view. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of, with all these different bundles, are any of these worth your cash if you are looking at spending money in Hearthstone? What's the best way to go if that's what you want to do? As well as go over there some like ranked unlock bundles you can unlock as you rank up in standard, and we'll also show off all the portraits that were added yesterday. You'll be able to see what they look like in game in their emotes. I'll try and do this going forward for every portrait released in this game, so at least you have an idea of what they look and sound like before you purchase them, if that's what you decide to do. And if you enjoy this type of content and you enjoy the channel and you feel like I've earned your subscription, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. It helps us out a ton. So before we dive into the review, I want to give the whole thing about Runestones. The Runestones part, you have to purchase it. Ben Hearthstone is like one of the most positive Hearthstone guys out there on Twitter, even talked about it. The one touted benefit of Runestones to the player was the ability to allow for smaller scale offers. Currently, every cosmetic in the shop is offered as a bundle, save for the BG Strike that was offered by itself pre-Runestones. Those were already on a cheaper value. Superior David made a comment about the Reno Hero portrait in this bundle. We showed that one off already in a prior video. Has probably the highest quality, is probably the highest quality cosmetic we've ever received. Amazing animations. I would have 100% purchased before the switch to Runestones. Unfortunately, with the current state of monetization, it's become an easy pass. And Clark Hellscream saying, if I gotta use a Runestone, I won't make purchase on Hearthstone. All it does is make me think about my purchases. I do not want to contribute to the system. Runestone should be deleted from the game. So there's a lot of pushback. There's a lot of people that just either can't stand it or feel like if they're going to keep to their word of, better value, like smaller purchases, they should do that because they're really doing nothing. The only positive they mentioned throughout this whole thing is something they're not even doing. And that wasn't exactly a really exciting, positive, like, yes, I can buy a smaller thing for a small amount of Runestones. Woohoo! You can't even do that. So really lame. And if you don't want to purchase any of this stuff, I 100% understand, but I do want to go over it. I do want to go over it in case, you do want to, or you want to build your collection and all of that. So we'll start off with these Tavern Specials. We had a fun experiment on my stream today. I'll try and roll some footage as I talk about it. Yes, you can buy these Tavern Special Wild Packs 90 for 6,000 Runestones, so like $60 USD. You get 3 legendaries, guaranteed. Those are duplicate protected. And we went through this fun little experiment where I counted how many cards from these packs are actually playable cards. And of the legendaries I got, I think it was like 4 legendaries were playable. I got 1 playable epic out of the 90 packs. 1 epic, I believe Shadow Visions was like the 1 playable card that could go into a deck, and it was like over 50 decent commons and like 25 something decent rares. So overall, if you're trying to build a wild collection, these packs suck. Packs are not good, but they are offered at a discount and compared to the standard packs, so you get a bit more dust for your buck. But overall, stay away unless you're a real whale trying to build up your dust collection, a la, this idiot over here. You don't even have any standard cards. No standard cards are in there. You can get core set cards as well, because core set cards are wild. So you can get core set cards. You'll have them forever, right? If they leave the core set, then you'll have those cards. But that's another downside. There's just a lot of downsides to the wild pack, so I really would not recommend that one. The standard pack is pretty good. 75 packs, 3 legendaries, again, duplicate protected. On the 3 legendaries, your average card is a hell of a lot better in standard. Anywhere, if you were just to buy 60 packs, straight up standard packs in the shop, it costs 7,000 Runestones, $88 Canadian. I think it's like $70 USD. You don't even get the 3 legendaries, so you get a lot less packs. And one of the nice things about the standard packs is if you want to, you can just hold off and keep them for the next expansion, the next rotation, open them then, and then you can get the new expansion, the next rotation of cards, whatever. You can hold on to them, which I have done for quite a bit of these. But if you are looking at buying one of these, I would recommend the Bob's Bargain, because standard packs are pretty good. And again, the random legendaries duplicate protected. I'll just straight up mention, if you you haven't bought the mini set, I would try and do it with gold. Ideally, you would do it with gold. By the way, I'm on my EU account. That's why it shows I haven't bought this stuff. If you can get it with gold, it's the best value for gold you can possibly get. And there are a lot of good cards in this mini set. I do think it's worth it. And then there's these 3 portrait bundles. And I will say, straight out the gate, I'll show off the portraits. We've already shown this one off in a prior video, but there are 3 new portraits. And again, I'll try and highlight them here. There's Goulash Garrosh. It's a warrior portrait, so basically unplayable, but here's what he looks like in game and his emotes.
Garrosh versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
This is more than you can stomach. Enjoy your meal.
Job's done.
That's an order! Impressive. You've earned seconds. Thank you for sharing this meal. How zesty. Did something spill? Next time, we'll have an eating contest.
We have Burger Uther, which is quite the meme, I guess. Burger Uther, how could you go wrong? The devs are having fun on Twitter with that one. Here's how he looks in his emotes.
Uther versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I know how to grill my opponent. Nice to see you at mealtime. That was even better than a side of fries. Have an extra helping of my gratitude. Oh, scrumptious. What a pickle. Like it or not, one of us will leave here charbroiled. Reporting.
So you'll note none of them have an entrance animation, none of them have an animated hero power. I'm not even sure if they have trays. They just have their voice lines. They have their portrait. That's about it. So you'd only want to get these bundles if you really like the portraits, because class packs, they're not worth $20. You want these gifts, and if you do, it's worth it. That's why it would just be so nice if we could buy the portraits individually for Runestones, but they don't want to do that. And there's another Paladin portrait in Fishy Finley, and well, here's what he looks like in his emotes.
Finley versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Look what the tide dragged in. How do you do? I tip my hat to you. Thanks, old chap. For the love of God. Oh, bother. I think your flavors might be a bit off.
And again, no entrance animation, no animated hero power, pretty cool voice lines, I will say. And again, you're only purchasing this if you really like the portrait, because 5 Paladin packs, to me, is not worth $10. And lastly, there are these just for you. This is not in my shop. This was sent to me by a viewer. I don't have these yet, but you should get something similar as you rank up, but only in standard. I hit Legend and Wild. I've got nothing. So I just hit Diamond and Standard on stream today. We'll get to Legend soon, so I'll get my rewards and all of that. Not really rewards. My reward of giving Blizzard more money. But yes, you can get pre-built decks, so Ramp Druid and Skeleton Mage, which they'll show you what they have. They have like legendaries, epics, and all of their stuff. They're meta decks. Then there's these pack bundles. They're just regular standard packs and then golden packs, and they're all offered at a very large discount. If you take a look, even at 20 golden standard packs at 4,000 Runestones, if you were to buy 11 packs golden standard, it costs 4,000. So you're basically getting them half off, but I still pretty much can't recommend golden packs ever. I still think you should pass on it if they're offered. But the 35 and 17 standard packs, that's really good value. And again, you can save those packs for future expansions if you really want to. So again, those are probably higher up on my recommended. And the silly thing about these decks that they offer you these decks based on what you play the most. So if you played a lot of Imp Warlock, it'll offer you an Imp Warlock deck. You'll be offered likely a deck where you own most of the cards already. So it's kind of pointless unless you want the dust, but for 1,500 Runestones, it's probably not even worth it unless there's like a nerfed card in there or something. So even these like battle ready decks, because they give them to you based on what you've already played a lot, they're probably a pass as well. Overall, I would definitely recommend, if you're looking at spending money or buying Runestones and you can accept that, standard pack bundles are usually the best value for your money. Any sets are good value for your money, and then the goldens and like the portraits and the battle ready decks really aren't, unless you just happen to be actually missing a lot of cards from said deck. So hopefully this breakdown of the bundles is helpful. Let me know in the comments below. I haven't really done an in-depth one like this before, and hopefully it helps. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.